Hey everyone, I'm Marshall Chang and I'm CEO of IndexZoo. Very happy to share with you guys what we're building here today at NearCon and how we're building this Near. Let's get started. Basically, so IndexZoo, we are a DeFi index protocol to build tokenized index for any basket of cryptocurrencies. We are a cross-chain ecosystem of index that's built for three parts. Number one is utmost accuracy. Number two is maximum leverage, hence for maximum capital efficiency. And then number three is the lowest cost, because tokenized index mirrors TradFi ETFs, and the ETFs always have the lowest cost. So that's why it has the most AUM. So that's the three main goals how we're building IndexZoo. And we also building it to be cross-chain because we believe that the future of DeFi will be cross-chain, will be multi-chain, and it's important for users from any blockchain to access index liquidity to any other blockchain. So currently, the DeFi index has really exploded this year with the DeFi Pulse Index, but here are some major problems that we cannot ignore. Number one, there's currently only long tokens. There's a lack of diversity because there's even though there are leverage tokens, it's generally pretty low, like 2 times leverage. That's because currently the leverage tokens got the leverage from borrowing, which is frankly speaking not very efficient. Number two, the biggest problem with DeFi index today, we think, is the inaccuracy. That's due to the rebalancing is generally pretty infrequent because it's very costly to rebalance on Ethereum because it's with the gas fee. So the number three is the high cost. Not only you pay gas fee to buy and sell the token, it's also almost impossible to mint or redeem the token because of the because of like the gas fee in regard with the index transactions. So here is what we found from the community. What people complain the most, it's really the inaccuracy. So here, this user bought a fly 2 times leverage token on Ether, but on the day that Ethereum went up 3.6, it actually went up only 2.6, so less than the underlying asset. So another user was actually kind enough to explain that you for sure not get the 2 times leverage, most likely because crypto rises so fast and this token only rebalance once per day. So you'll be on the lower end of the leverage. So this is certainly not ideal because people buy the leverage tokens to actually get the leverage. And you're actually paying like fees, very high fees, like 2% annualized fees to get to use the token. So the leverage is the biggest issue with the tokens. So in order to solve this problem, our solution is to use layer 2 traded DEX perp contract as opposed to using the layer 1 spot market. So our index actually get exposures from DYDX. They have the layer 2 perp now. Also like perp protocol, which is also launching their V2 query. And also other exchanges like Chang, which are on up and coming as well. So our index will actually get a leverage exposure through like margin trading on the perp contract, as opposed to current protocols, which gets layer 1 spot market exposures and get the leverage through borrowing and lending on Aave. So it's much more costly to do it that way. And if you look at TradFi, all the index ETFs are actually using the derivatives as opposed to the spot market. So we think this is the right way to do it. And if this method, it's actually a ton of benefits. So obviously with layer 2, you save costs by a lot, meaning that the token can rebalance much more frequently, meaning that the users will get much more accurate, near perfect tracking accuracy of the underlying asset, which is really what the index tokens are all about. Number two, we can provide inverse exposures because using the perp contract to go long and short, it's really just a flip of a switch. We're also building volatility tokens that are on the derivatives DEX, option derivative DEX. Currently, there are OPYN and Hedgic. So eventually we'll build on top of their protocol, just like we build on top of DYDX and PERP protocol to provide user with volatility exposures as well. And we can also have much higher leverage with the derivative method, just because it's essentially you're managing a margin trading account. You don't really manage a collateralized debt position, so you can go much higher in terms of leverage. And also have a much tighter risk management, just because the trading finality is also instant on these layer 2s nowadays. And number 3, we want users to create their own index. So we want to eventually modularize our protocol so that users can utilize our long and short, bear and bull tokens to create their own portfolio. And also to be cross-chain, and then to build index for different ecosystems, because the future is multi-chain, and every chain we believe needs a index protocol. That's why IndexZoo will launch to be multi-chain at the get-go. So talking about multi-chain, users actually really want to bet tokens on any chains other than Ethereum. Here, these tokens asking where these users asking where he can get some flight tokens, Arbitrum, Optimism, or Polygon, just literally anywhere besides ETH, just because how hard it is to just pay the gas fee. And like I said, it's impossible to mint and redeem. So our our product launch will simultaneously launch with Near as well through the Aurora bridge, so that users on Near can get our token at a fraction of the cost as on the Ethereum. And keep in mind, so our method also saves gas fee as well, because if you look at like a DPI index token, when you mint, it actually costs like $500 to mint to $20 worth of tokens. That's because each meaning to buy like 10 different tokens on layer 1. With us, it's really just one transaction, and we'll deposit to the DEX, derivative DEXs, and use cross margin trading to actually give you the exposure much more accurately, but also cost a lot less. So we're also gonna launch everything on Near. We have partnership on with Near, and we're very excited to build our protocol on Near as well, so that user have the most frictionless experience. So in the beginning, we were launched with the bear and the bull token. These are our long and short passive indices. You will have the Bitcoin and the Ethereum 3 times long and short, and also potentially a Near 3 times long as well. So compared with our of other leveraged tokens, we actually use a fixed mandate. That is because we actively rebalance intraday, as opposed to rebalancing at a fixed time per day, once every day. So this means you can actually always get the predictable leverage. We do not have the mandate to rebalance at a given set time. So we rebalance as people come in and out. And that's because we can actually do it with much more cost effectively on layer 2. And if you want to definitely check out our doc to read more and learn more about our rebalancing mechanism, I've posted the link here down below. And in the future, we are very excited to build more active tokens, like the active inverse token called the Smart Panda. Essentially, think about our bear and bull tokens as passively tracking the market. It gives you maximum predictability, but it doesn't give you anything more than that. So the active tokens are going to be more niched, more alpha focused, and actually we'll try to over leverage and deleverage at certain times, hence providing you the market alpha. So we're very excited to build that into our product lineup as well. The same with the fear volatility token, which I've talked also just now. We'll connect with DEX options contract protocols and provide you volatility exposures natively on chain. So currently there are VOL tokens if you're into the derivative space. There are VOL tokens that are, but mostly those are synthesized, meaning that they still use centralized exchanges like Deribit. They would calculate the number there, their VIX index, and then kind of synthesize that exposures on chain between long and short users, which is not the most organic way, but definitely the easiest way. So our goal is actually to connect with be composable with other DeFi projects, and then build the whole exposures for users to hedge and speculate natively on chain, which we believe as the options market grows will be very possible. But those are in our pipeline as well. And here's our UI. We actually have a very simple deck design. It's all in one page. You'll be able to see our different tokens, buy and sell, and then view your leverage, view your balances, all in this one page. We are a fairly young project. We launched early this year, and right now we are preparing for our testnet launch, and then followed by the mainnet launch. So that'll be by the end of this year. Definitely join our Telegram and Discord to get updates. So like I said, our token will simultaneously launch on ETH and NEAR. So if you're already on NEAR, definitely you'll be able to get the token at a much cheaper price. And then going forward, we also plan to launch our governance token, the IndexZoo IZO token, which will be our governance and utility token. So the specs for our tokens are constantly being updated because we haven't finalized yet. But what we are sure of is we want our governance token holders to have 100% of the platform's profits, because we believe that as an index product, it's very important. Number one, for product launch, and we believe in user designed index, because we've seen the enthusiasm for users to have their own tokens. So we want users to share the profit of the protocol at 100%. Also, we saved a fairly amount of tokens for liquidity and utility mining. The goal is to encourage users to stay on our platform, because we will be able to have long and short and any other, and also more exotic exposures for users to construct their portfolio returns. So we want to incentivize users to be in the IndexZoo ecosystem, and then use our products to construct their portfolio. To summarize what makes us different, it's number one, we are built for capital efficiency with our 5 times leverage. And number two, we are built for utmost accuracy through our rebalancing mechanism, which is very active, which is enabled by the layer 2 methods. Number three is to pass those low costs to the users. So not only we will charge less because it just costs less to trade on layer 2, but you also be able to buy the tokens on other chains like NEAR to save gas. You can also mint our tokens at a much lower cost than on the Ethereum right now. So going forward, just to open up the discussion, we have other plans for different applications like the NFT index, so that you can just hold one index. It has like a range of NFTs, give you exposures that way, and perhaps even short exposures on NFTs. And also the active tokens, and perhaps even yield farming tokens. So we have a lot of products in our pipeline. The goal is to let any DeFi users to find something that they can use from the IndexZoo ecosystem. And this is our team. We mainly come from a TradFi background. So previously we were quant traders. We trade our own accounts, and also we build algorithms for other companies. So I'm Marshall Chang, and I have my partner Cameron, who used to work from Federal Reserve, Bill, our CTO, who used to work in software development, and also since 2018 he's been a blockchain native, and also Jeff, which is our product developer. He's very knowledgeable on the index space in TradFi, and then our goal is to build the ETFs of TradFi to DeFi, to have the benefits of low cost and accuracy from TradFi, but also in DeFi with the benefits of custodialless, decentralization, and then permissionless and security. So that's us, IndexZoo. Very happy to share with you guys today our NEARCon. We're very excited about our partnership with NEAR. If you have any questions, definitely shoot me an email or add me on Telegram. Happy to talk more, and I hope you guys enjoy your time here at NearCon.